Welcome to Sports Talk Line, where we talk sports 24/7, 365. This is Changing Faces at the NFL, the Madden effect. The NFL is evolving, and so are the players. TV and film let people watch games and players on repeat to better study them, while processing power and data analytics have led to innovations in coaching strategies. Teams go for it on fourth down now instead of punting, and that's directly because of data being fed to the coaches. Now, video game technology has led to an interesting phenomenon. Modern football employs the first generation of quarterbacks to grow up playing football video games like Madden, Tecmo Bowl, and NFL 2K. Coaches remember playing these games as children and use modern versions of them to communicate and teach the game to their students. Football video games are played from the QB's perspective and teach the new generations to play and think about football that way. When everyone's a QB, the game evolves differently. Film taught players to think like coaches, and now video games are teaching players to think like QBs. The data shows that modern quarterbacks are more mobile, willing to defy convention, and better at understanding complex offenses than ever before. All trends consistent with having access to a high-tech football simulation 24 hours a day. So let's look at the data. We'll define a pocket QB by gaining less than 100 yards per season, with the pinnacle being Peyton Manning's minus 38-yard rushing season with 55 passing TDs. Passing TDs are a better indication of a QB's passing prowess than total yards, so we'll order by that stat. Mobile QBs will define as anyone gaining 160 yards to 600 yards per season. Donovan McNabb, Steve Young, Tony Romo. These are QBs that can rack up 20 to 30 yards a game, convert critical downs or broken plays, or they might specialize in short yardage TDs like Cordell Stewart or Steve Grogan. Dak Prescott seems to be developing like this as well, not being particularly mobile but having a knack for the end zone. True dual threats will define as QBs having more than 600 rushing yards and 16 passing TDs in a season. Very few QBs fall into this category, with only 9 ever achieving it. Every QB in this category is from the modern era except for Randall Cunningham. The NFL is evolving, and the game is becoming centered around exploiting mismatches created by a dual threat QB. The running QB has come a long way since Bobby Douglas's 1972 rushing record that stood for 34 years. Michael Vick stimulated the imagination of an entire young generation. What if the fastest guy on the field could also throw? Why isn't LaDainian Tomlinson a QB? A young Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes would have been pursuing these questions every night from 9 to midnight, trying to break the game of football with new tactics, exploits, and insights. Now, I don't think that video games are solely responsible for the rise in passing statistics and the advent of the best athlete at QB, but it's a large piece of what's happening with the increasing flexibility of football athletes. There are large trends at play. With soccer, total football has been around since the 70s, where each player can play every position, and this predates video games. However, something else is happening with Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, and Deshaun Watson. The increasing pool of intelligent QBs who are obviously viewing the game differently is directly related to the 3 hours a night spent playing a video game. It's an unexpected positive from something we thought would make kids worse at sports. Sure, there are still plenty of pocket QBs in the league, but the new norm is the dynamic field general that can hurt you with more than their arm. The difference between the two styles is vibrant, exciting, fast-paced, and violent. That is NFL gold. So do you agree that the changing faces of the NFL is a result of Madden? Is it a result of coaching? Is it a result of athletes just getting better over time? Let us know. Thanks for watching.